Hey lovelies, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If this is your first time seeing my face, my name is Eukaria, and on this channel I'm all about self-growth, personal development, self-care, beauty, vlog, building wonderful and captivating character to back our beauty up. So I highly recommend that you subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel, because trust me, we'll have a good time on this channel. So today we are diving into a topic that every high value woman needs to master: setting boundaries and protecting your energy. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in a situation where somebody is constantly telling you to do something, and deep down you know you don't want to do it? Deep down you don't feel like doing it, but you don't want to say no, and even after saying no you feel guilty, you feel really bad, and you feel a certain kind of way. Trust me, you're not alone. Like, everybody has gone through that. Everybody have tried to be people pleaser one way or the other. So in this video I'm going to share why setting boundaries is crucial for your well-being, is important for your well-being, and how to set that boundaries, and why protecting your boundaries, protecting your space, protecting yourself is another form of self-love. So grab a cup of tea, get cozy. Let's get into the video. Well, first things first, what exactly are boundaries? When you hear boundaries, what comes to your mind? What do you think of? What is that thing that makes you think that you have boundaries? Well, everybody have different definitions to what boundary means and to what boundary is to them. Well, for me, I would say boundaries are the invisible line that define what is acceptable and what isn't acceptable in my life. They protect my mental health. They protect my emotional being. They protect my physical space, if that makes sense. Think of boundary like a beautiful garden. You get to decide who enters, who stays, and what they remove. Like, when you have a beautiful garden and you're nurturing that garden, you're watering the flowers, you don't let anyhow people in and out of that garden, because people can mess your garden up, they can remove your flowers and drain the hard work you've put into that garden. So people will come and mess up of your garden and they will just leave you hanging. So think of your boundaries as a garden. There are different form, different type of boundaries. There's emotional boundaries, saying no to toxic conversation, saying no to toxic conversations, saying no to conversations that you know that they will drain you, they will make you feel small, they will make you feel bad. Say no to that. There is physical boundaries too, respecting your space and also knowing who you allow in and out of your space. There is time boundaries, saying no to commitment that drain you, saying no to things or to people or to places that you know that whenever you go to that place, or whenever you're with that person, you're not gaining anything, rather they are the one draining you. There is energetic boundaries, protecting yourself from negativity, protecting yourself from things that will drain you and make you full of negative thoughts, negative belief, negative things. You protect yourself from them. Now, how do you know if your boundaries are weak? So many people have boundaries, but sometimes people boundaries are weak, and you know your boundaries are weak. So how do you know if your boundaries are weak? Number one, you feel drained after being around certain people. You feel tired. You feel mentally, psychologically, socially drained after being around certain people. That's a sign for you to know that your boundaries, like, you're getting weak on them, and then you need to start working back on your boundaries. The second is you struggle to say no without feeling guilty. It's one thing for you to say no, it's another thing for you to be happy that you said no, but you feel really sad. In fact, you even struggle to say no without you feeling guilty, without you feeling like, okay, you're the bad person and you just want to be pleasing to people, even when you know that deep down you don't want to do it. But for the fact that you don't want to look like the bad guy, then you start feeling guilty, you start feeling a certain kind of way because you say no. That's a sign for you to know that your boundaries are getting weak, and then you need to work on them. Another sign to know that your boundaries are getting weak is you extend yourself to please people. You just want to do it, you, even if it's not making sense, even if you know that, okay, but you just want to do it, you just want to feel like you are among, just to please people. And these people you're trying to please, they don't give a shit about you. They don't even care. They don't even regard you. That's just the most painful part. When you're trying to do something for somebody or for someone and they are not seeing the value or they are not seeing the work you're putting in, but then you just can't say no or you just can't tell them no. That's a sign for you to know that your boundaries are getting weak. So if any of this sound familiar, it's time to start setting healthy and strong boundaries. So now let's get into how to set healthy boundaries for yourself, for your life, for you to live a happy and fulfilled life. Number one is get clear on what you accept and what you won't accept. Let me say it again. Get clear on what you will accept and what you will not accept. Now, this is where you need to work it out by yourself. Ask yourself, what drains my energy? What makes me feel disrespected? Write it down and then you get clear on your limit. So, whenever you're talking about boundaries and then your limit, somebody will need to do something to you before you know that somebody has crossed your boundaries and then you react to it. But when you're not even clear about what your boundaries are, there is no way on earth you can figure out if somebody is disrespecting you or somebody is trying to be rude to you, because deep down you don't even know what your boundaries are. So you should get clear. That's number one thing you need to do. Get clear on them, know what your limits are, know what your boundaries are. And then when somebody try to step on them, you know the answer, you know the reaction, you know what to say to back up that. And that takes me to number two. Communicate your boundaries clearly. Communicate your boundaries respectively. Now you know what your boundaries are, you know what you can take, you know what you cannot take. Now it's time for you to communicate them. When you see somebody overstepping their boundaries, you just know that it's time for you to voice out. It's time for you to say it, because when you don't communicate your boundaries to some certain people, they don't know that you set that rule as a boundary. So you need to communicate your boundaries clearly. You need to tell them or tell the people or tell somebody that is trying to cross your boundaries that I can't take this. Oh, this is not for me. If you think you're going to bring this trash to me, then I'm sorry, it's a no for me. You communicate them clearly and respectfully. For instance, somebody asks for your help and they want you to help out. Instead of saying, I guess I can help, I'm busy, but I'll just help you, I can do it. Just say, I would love to help. I really want to help, but I don't have the capacity to do that right now. Say it firmly yet respectful. Like, say it with your own audacity. It's something you would love to do, but you don't have the capacity, you don't have the strength. Don't try to push things around. You know you cannot do something, but because you want to look like the good person, you have to embrace it. That's a no. That's you not setting strong and healthy boundaries for yourself. So communicate your boundaries clearly, communicate them respectfully. That's another way you can build healthy boundaries for yourself. The third thing, don't over explain or apologize. You don't need to justify your boundaries. You don't need to start explaining to people why you're like this and why you set what you set as boundaries to you. You don't need to start over apologizing or trying to make it look like you're just apologizing for no. Why are you apologizing? You're apologizing for no reason. Because you can't do something for somebody, you start apologizing and you keep on apologizing and trying to explain. You know, when you explain something and you within you know that your explanation is becoming too much, there's no need. There is no need for that. Just like the first time I said, somebody asks you something and then you can't do what the person is requesting of you. Just for you to say you can't commit to that right now. You can't do it. So you say it. Your confidence about you saying that you can't do it. Not trying to give flimsy excuse or trying to over explain yourself. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you just want to explain yourself, and just give valid reasons to why you can't do that. Maybe because the person is your friend or your loved one or somebody you cherish. Don't try to over explain yourself and apologize to the extent that even the person know that you're overdoing it. Don't do that. Number fourth thing on my list is to stick to your boundaries. No guilt. Let me say it again. Stick to your boundaries and don't feel any guilt. It's one thing for people to get used to the fact that you're always saying yes to them. They'll start feeling a certain kind of way. Then when you start saying no, stick to it. Because people are so used to pushing people to the wall. People might push you to the wall. People might push you to the extreme where you just want to react or you just want to say something that trying to make it look like, okay, you are later giving into what they want. Stick to your boundaries and don't feel any guilt about it. In fact, don't even care what they will think or what they will say or what they will feel. It's not in your position to fix their reactions. Anyhow they want to feel, they should feel. Whatever they want to think, they should think. Whatever they want to start seeing you or start viewing you as, because you're standing firm on your boundaries, who cares? Honestly, who really cares? They should think. You don't need to start fixing their reactions. Like I said, you don't need to start explaining to them why you are like this or why you start behaving the way you're behaving. Don't fix their reactions, but make sure you stick to your boundaries without feeling any guilt. Some people may be wondering, okay, I've set boundaries. Why am I even protecting my energy? Why am I even being like this? What was the essence? What was the reason for being like this or for protecting my energy? Let's talk about why protecting your energy is essential for your well-being. Your energy, your energy is the most valuable asset in your life. It affects your mood, it affects your productivity, it affects your overall well-being. Imagine you now bringing negative vibe into your life, negative energy into your life, especially when you're trying to level up, when you're trying to become a better version of yourself, when you're trying to do something that you've never done before and it's hard on you. Then you're now bringing negative vibe, negative energy to your life. It will drain you, it will make you weak, it will make you a sadist, it will make you so tired that you don't even want to keep pursuing your goal because your energy is corrupt. Let me say this: when you set boundaries for yourself, you reduce stress and anxiety. You have more time for self care. In fact, you attract healthy relationships. Then you feel more confident and attractive in yourself. A woman who guards her energy radiates inside out. She have peace. She's mentally stable. She's okay. She have time to take care of herself. And she also prioritizes her well-being unapologetically. If there's one thing I want you to take from this video, is to know that setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's self-love. If you love yourself, you will set healthy boundaries for yourself, and then you will build a wall around you that will guide you, that will protect you from people that are negative minded. So let me know in the comment section, what's one boundaries you're planning on setting this year? Tell me in the comment section. I'd like to hear from you guys. So that's pretty much everything I want to share in today's video. Please, if you find this video helpful, you find this video educating, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, support your girl. Thank you so much, and God bless you if you have done that. Like I said, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section, what you think and your boundaries that you want to start setting this year or you've started setting already. So until next time, stay radiant, stay confident, and always protect your energy. See you in my next video. Bye.